Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I hope y'all are doing well today, and to all my mommies in the world, happy belated Mother's Day. I hope you feel very special on your day and you got to chill and relax and do all the things that you wanted to do for your day, because that's all we really need to do is relax and chill and get a break. But I have a question. Have you ever realized how a small, minor problem that could happen throughout your day could affect your whole entire day? And I know we all can understand and relate to this because it could be anything, traffic, maybe something goes wrong with the car, or you misplaced something in the house and can't find it. Do you realize how it takes you out of how you may be feeling at that moment? I come to that realization in my own life because I do get frustrated. I road rage. Yeah, that's me. I can get there. I mean, I don't go crazy, but enough. It's enough for me to do some self-reflection and realize, okay, it's getting out of hand. Calm down. You got crazy drivers on the road, and that comes with being on the road, and we all know that. Sometimes I can get a little worked up when it comes down to stuff like that, and it could throw me completely off. And I'm like, oh, I'm irritated. I'm irritated, and I'm stuck in that. And it's really hard to shift yourself out of it. I mean, I think the only thing that calms me down is just allowing myself to release and let go and give all my my anxiety or how I may be feeling to God, just releasing and surrendering to God. Like, this emotion is not, don't attach myself to that emotion. Just allow myself to, okay, I might feel, just to start off with, you're going to feel it still. If you're trying to work on this, certain way of handling, yourself, you're still going to feel the emotions of this is irritating, or I'm mad and stuff like that. But just be quicker on your feet with just surrendering it to God, immediately, because it really can shift your day. And, everybody else can be affected by how you feeling. You may not be able to see that in the time, but okay, just imagine that you are this happy-go-lucky person. Everybody you're around, every time you're around somebody, you're happy, you're smiling, you're ready to crack a joke and be happy. That's who you are 9 times out of 10, or 99.9% of the time. And something happens, and now you're in this mood and you got this look on your face and you can't be the best you that you normally are. And you get around people, you get around your families, they can feel that, they can feel that. And sometimes we just need to learn how to get out of our own way and truly surrender to God and trust in God, that He will handle the situation. I just want to put this in there real quick, because it speaks to this situation. I woke up one morning after having a dream, and the Lord spoke to me, and it was direct. Just let go of the vaping, because as you know, I have been vaping and things like that, letting go of, everything, trying to let go of everything gradually. But that's what, as a human being, we tend to want to slowly take away things. Of course, I smoked marijuana, and then I've smoked Black and Milds before and things like that. And then I leaned into smoking vapes. But gradually, as everything was being taken away, and things like that, I started to lean on other things to kind of comfort me in that time. And the last thing I leaned on was vaping. And I knew it was bad for me. I could feel it in my body, in my throat, just the soreness, the dryness and things like that. But I remember having a dream just recently, and God spoke to me and it was, stop vaping, just stop vaping. And I woke up the next morning, I threw my vape in the trash, and I trusted God. I trusted His word. I trusted it. I didn't sit on it. I didn't start to manipulate it. I didn't start to overthink it and think, well, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, or maybe I would Like, God is literally speaking. If you know what, a lot of times we always, like when we're going through a hard situation where God is trying to teach us something, we always, we ask God why and stuff like that. But God is like, you're not going to really pay attention if God is trying to show you something in a nice way, especially if it's something that that needs to be done now. So, as far as like just God speaking to us and telling us certain things, I don't think we're going to be, paying or really just in tune with or listening, or we're going to try to manipulate it or try to twist it and, make it seem like it's something differently than what, he's saying or speaking to us. So God tends to allow things to happen to really shake us up. But when he spoke to me and told me to stop vaping, I took it as, if I don't do this now, later on down the line, I could potentially run into some health issues and all that. God sees everything before we do. He sees everything. You know what I'm saying? So when he spoke to me and told me that, of course, my mind and in my head, I started to have those thoughts of creeping in, especially the first and third day. I was really like in my head about letting it go, or possibly doing another one or a few more hits before I could officially let it go. But like I said, God sees everything. So when he spoke to me and told me that, I think that instead of getting this big shakeup in my life that could possibly happen, which could possibly be anything, I think I'm gonna listen this time. I think I'm just gonna listen to you, Lord. You ain't gotta keep giving me chances after chances and something crazy happen. I'm just gonna listen. Okay? That's why we have to learn to trust in the Lord and learn how to surrender to him. And I know that was kind of off course, but it matches up at the same time, because trusting God and surrendering to God is probably the two main things that we need to learn how to do in order to like truly be on this walk with God and just let go, because we always tend to lean on our own understanding, our own way of handling situations, but knowing we have an almighty Father that is asking for you to surrender and let him handle it. Like, what more can you ask for? But I think it's just this understanding that we need to know that we don't have to do and live our life. We don't have to do anything alone. We're never alone. And just kind of lean off your own independence and your own way of viewing things, and kind of just get out your own way in a sense. Those minor issues that could possibly happen throughout the day, just understand that there is a bigger picture behind everything that happens. Nothing is by coincidence. Nothing is by coincidence, not here in this world. You got to understand that now. Nothing is by coincidence. If something happens, it's either it's God is trying to tell you something early on so that you don't try to attach yourselves, or the enemy is working in your life. It's either way. And you got to be able to like see the difference. When those small incidents or small things happen, that is gonna just attach yourself to something bigger. You know what I'm saying? Why attach yourself to something bigger, a bigger problem that could arise? Basically, these small things adding up to you becoming angry, you becoming upset. Now you interacting with another person that and out and about, and you guys interact with each other. Now a whole argument is happening, and it could lead into other things. And it happens in that way. We don't see it that way, but it happens like that. Once that negative energy is attached to you, then it's like you're stuck in it. But my question is, why is it so hard why is it so easy for us to get in negative energy? Why is it so easy for us to get in negative energy compared to positive? I mean, something bad happens and something good happens. We happy, but for only a moment. Get out of the moment right here. Get out of this moment right here that you in. Take your mind out of it. This is what it's going to have to come down to, taking your mind out of the moment, whatever is happening, and think deeper about why this is happening. Should I allow myself to sit in this energy of feeling this certain way? And how can I shift things to a more positive outcome, or more, yes, absolutely, a more positive outcome? Because I'm not sure who I could affect by just me being in this, this energy, this negativity. Because it's just like this. If God were to get upset about something, and he says, he stays in this energy of being upset. So any of his children that come to him to try to ask him something, or, prayer request, or just speak to him in general, he's, head turned. He ain't, I'm in the mood. Just leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. How would you feel? How would you feel? You feel like it wasn't fair? Like, why, God? Why are you treating me like this? Why you won't acknowledge me? And things like that. How do you think other people feel when you stuck in the energy that you can't get yourself out of? How do you think that may make them feel? I think about that all the time when it comes to just how I live my life. Just the unforgiveness, just basically just with everything with, but unforgiveness is one of the main things. Learning how to get out your own way, and just really trusting in God and the things that he is trying to tell you. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to change it into what you want it to be. Just listen. And maybe when God is trying to tell you something the next time, that things won't go so chaotic. They won't go so left. And you'll be able to be like, oh, okay, well, all right, I get it. And life will go so much more smoother for us all. But until we understand that and do those things, it's going to continue to be a cycle of like repetitiveness, of like feeling like you in this battle, this battle of not winning. Like you just keep on, I don't understand why, I don't get it. This is why, because we need to change the way we view things. We need to allow ourselves to trust in God and to surrender to God all of our own understanding towards everything, no matter what it may be. Pray to God to be with you every day, whether a problem arises or not, to be able to help you sort through any issues that arises, because problems are going to come, and we all aware of that. Nobody is living a life where nothing ever happens. That's unrealistic. We'll rest in heaven when we get there. But that's the message I have for today, y'all. I hope y'all liked the video. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell button so you can be updated on all my latest videos. But until then, bye.